switch to an ET and send it. ET out on the first guy, right away scanning for the second hostile. He's on data link in front of me, and 73, Fox 2, Splash 1, Splash 2. That's either 5 or 6. Hey everybody, Plasma 1945, once again SU-27 on the Growling Sidewinder server. Let's do this. This SU-27 is fully loaded up with 2 ECM pods, 2 73s, 2 ETs, and 4 ERs, and that fabulous skin that you're going to see on the screen is created by Striker45ACP. He's in the Red Star Discord, and if you need skins, he is your man. I'll also be using music from Pana in this video. Special thanks to him and to everybody in the community. Thumbs up, comments, share, like, subscribe, do all that stuff, and I really appreciate it. Alright guys, let's get into this. Looking at data link, I've got hostiles both to the north and to the west, and this is one of those things where you have to figure out what you're going to do and how you're going to approach the situation. And here's how the data link looks like. I do see hostiles closer to me to the west, and they are a higher threat because there's no friendlies over there, whereas I've got friendlies engaged to the north. So I turn west, lock up a hostile, and I will be sending a Fox 1 his way. And there goes the missile after the target. Unfortunately, this missile doesn't do too much, it just mainly pushes away that hostile. But as I'm watching that missile track the hostile, I see that I've got 2 Phoenixes being launched from the west as well. Those are the data link contacts with the extremely long speed vectors, which means that I've got to turn away because there's nothing better than flying face first into a Phoenix. Never a good thing. Now, then I extend and add additional angles to my notch to try to put them on a 90-degree angle, and I'm just watching their vectors just to see what I can do with them. Meantime, there is 2 hostiles on my nose. I see them both on data link, and I'm trying to lock them up. They are working their way through the clouds below and through the valleys, which makes it that much more challenging, but I do see that they are engaged with some friendlies. So of course I do want to help out, and that is the benefit of a Fox 1 missile. The western NATO planes have the Sparrow, and if you do have a good lock, a Fox 1 missile will go only towards the target that you've launched on. And that's the benefit of a Fox 1 missile, because it is guided by your radar. So as long as you've got a good lock and you know you've locked a hostile, you can launch that Fox 1 missile, as I do here. And I'm kind of hoping it will hit the target, but looks like the hostile is on the other side of this ridge. And of course, the missile meets the ridge. So much for that. Quickly try to reacquire the target and get them locked up and go for a second launch. That first missile has now expired and has hit the mountain, but I am still tracking the hostile and second Fox 1 on its way, guiding it right towards the target. And there goes the fantastically powerful OP-27 ER. The hostile goes low trying to evade, but no happiness for him today because he gets splattered by the Fox 1. Close range, fast missile, done. Alright, feeling pretty good at this point, and there's my first splash of the day. I've already spent 3 missiles to get that splash. Let's get a bit more efficient. So, pop another missile out on the next target. The next target being a hostile coming in from the north through the valleys in front of me, coming out of Beslan. A little bit of RWR from my 6 o'clock. That's from a friendly. I'm not seeing a missile launch, so I'm just disregarding it and continue to press the target. I've still got him locked and picking up a little bit of an altitude so I can do a top-down shot so it does not hit the mountainsides. Not trusting my ER, I'm sending off an ET. So this is my second target, and this is now my 5th missile. Not really a good exchange rate, but the ET does find its man and goes right for the kill. This F-18 Hornet stands no chance. Boom. Splash 2. Alright, feeling pretty good at this point. And RWR is pretty happy now. I'm going to bring the RWR up here, and you're going to see it in just a second, because this is where it gets a little silly. Hear that beeping? That is the sound of a lock or a missile. And as you can see on my RWR, it's showing that I'm being locked from my 6 o'clock, and I'm being locked, and a missile is on its way. And looking at the TAC view, now that I'm replaying the flight, you can see that as I'm evading, it is indeed a friendly missile coming to finish me off. Nothing beats a friendly kill, and that's why you should be always IFFing. So as you can see, that 120 is right on my 6. I'm weaving through the valley here, dropping chaff, and just maneuvering. The missile picks me up again over the hills, and I'm trying to put that hill between me and the missile. Doing any maneuvering that I possibly can, and aim 120 evaded. Alright, over the top of the mountain, I'm safe and feeling pretty good at this point. Be aware, if you're on public servers without folks that you know that you're flying with, you may get launched on. Never a good thing. Alright, so the guy that launched on me is continuing on north. I'm not sure if he's going to survive or not, while I'm just extending out to the west, giving myself a little bit of a breather and just keeping an eye on Datalink to see who's coming in to fight with me. And here's where I'm going to make up my points and really put my last 3 missiles to good use. Because, I mean, hey, I've splashed 3, splashed 2, and so far I could do better. I've spent quite a few missiles just to do this. So here we go. Going low, heading out towards Beslan. I'm seeing intermittent data link contacts, and it's completely unstable, so it's really hard to make sense of what's happening. The data link contacts are popping in and out, and as you can see now in data link, or on the TAC view actually, the contacts are kind of looking for me. I think they see me on their data link because I do have an AWACS there, whereas I don't, and they are definitely looking for me. The important thing is, if you can't find the guy that's could be chasing you or the guy that could be shooting you, extend. And I'm looking at my RWR, and as you can see on my RWR, I'm getting painted from my 6 o'clock, which means the hostile is somewhere close by. As a matter of fact, very close. And indeed, there's an F-16 on my tail. Beauty of TAC, you can see it afterwards. He gets a steady tone, which means he's ready to fire a missile. He is very close. All I can do is to try to go up and over the mountain, hoping that the side of the mountain shields me from this guy, whoever it is. And this is where it's pretty awesome because he flies right next to me. Look at that TAC view in the corner. This guy was right next to me and he flew probably 200 feet away from me. Absolutely insane. But by doing this maneuver, I did somehow manage to break his lock and he lost visual tally of me. Alright, so now we're kind of flying next to each other, and I have no idea that he's there, and he has no idea that I'm there. And so here's how it looked. I'm turning cold because I'm getting painted from my 6 o'clock. No locks at this point. Going into the valley, trying to use terrain for masking. And right around here is where I start to get the steady locks. Now, when you're being steadily locked, when you've got that launch notification or steady tone, you better do something. You got to do that pilot stuff. So I go over the top, hoping that I'll pick up whoever's behind me in vertical scan. I don't find them, but if we zoom in here, there's that F-16. He's flowing right through the valley where I just came and passing right over the spot where I was. I literally dove just in front of him, maybe 200-300 feet, maybe 100 meters in front of him, and he didn't see me and continued on course. I got lucky on that one. If I popped any flares or if I had automatic flare dispensing, he would have smacked me. Alright, let's get back in here. Now I put every single missile to good use. So, I lose data link contact on that F-16. I have no idea where he's going. I didn't even know it was an F-16, but I do have a data link on my nose. And he's coming in hot. This is where you have to make sure that you use terrain for cover and you don't get shot in the face. It is really like a game of chicken or a shootout with another cowboy or a bandit. So the hostile in this case is another F-16 if I'm not mistaken, and he's coming right over the ridge. I start turning and spot him, and there he passes on my nose. Pull back on the stick. I don't care about my speed. Cut back on the throttle. I need that solution on him. He goes into the valley and Fox 2. Sending out a 73. This is a close range shot, and that makes it splash 3. Alright, so I've got 2 missiles left. I've got a 73 and an ET, and I see hostiles converging on me from the north. Not too many choices here, not much I can do. I've got 1 guy hot, 2 guy hot. This is going to be a bad day. Alright, vertical scan, pick up the first guy. I have no time to think. Fox 2, switch to an ET and send it. ET out on the first guy, right away scanning for the second hostile. He's on data link in front of me. And 73, Fox 2, Splash 1, Splash 2. That's either 5 or 6 splashes. You're going to see something terrible, but let's jump into a quick review here. So, ET out on the guy that was further away. Then I see the second guy crossing from my nose right to left. ET gets his man. The second Hornet to go down to an ET. 73 smacks another guy. Feeling pretty good about myself. Fireballs all around me. I'm doing great. Now, if you look in the top right hand corner, this is where the problem happens. Look at that tac view. I'm being surrounded from every side. There's one guy coming in from my 9 o'clock, one guy on my 6 o'clock, and they are close. RWR is showing that they are seeing me, and the strongest contact is from my 6 o'clock. The other guy slots in right behind me. I'm running. My fuel's down to 2,000. I could make it back, but there isn't much place to hide. Steady tone? Not a good thing. Climbing over this mountain. All I need to do is just get over this mountain to survive. Just get over this hill. Pulling back. I've got 5 splashes. This is going to be great. I almost made it. No, I didn't. I didn't make it over the mountain, guys, and that is how the story ends. Plasma 1945 is out.